Hi, it's Nicholas, K-pop multi-stamp Better Elf, and I'm super excited because we're going to be checking out the 7th full album by NCT 127. And we had already reacted to the music video for the album soundtrack Blingy and also the track video for the B-side Pinata, and now we're just going to check out the full 7th album, also called Blingy. We have 7 more tracks to check out. We got Legacy, Step Up, I Know Right, Getaway, Day After Day, 127 million miles, and I mean, it's about time. Now, once again, as we can see, it's a very slimmed lineup in comparison to the many previous incredible full albums. NCT 127 without one of the best discographies in K-pop for me, not just boy groups but in general, and their full albums had always been a highlight whenever they released for me. I mean, the most recent one, Walk, was incredible as well. Personal favorite though, without a single doubt, the one with Favorite in it. That entire album with Lemonade, Bring the Noise, absolutely incredible. And like I mentioned, we're only 5 members this time around. We got Johnny, TAEYONG, YUTA, JAEHYUN, and HAECHAN, which means 4 members are missing from what you know from 1 to 7. JUNGWOO and DOYOUNG are both enlisted into the military, so they just can't participate. But as I mentioned, 2 other members that had left 1 to 7 in the past 2 years, TAEIL and Mark. And TAEIL is obviously a very shocking and horrendous case on its own. TAEIL was always like a huge part of the NCT songs, and his voice was like always one of the most featured in those tracks, which after the reveal of what had been going on with him came on, I was really unable to listen to 1 to 7 songs for quite a long time, because it just felt weird, you know what I mean? Because you hear his voice so much in these songs, and it still is a little bit weird these days, but I mean, there's other groups out there where members left on bad terms or other reasons, and I feel like it would be unfair towards the other members and the overall great music to now completely avoid listening to that music anymore because of one of the members, because they will tell you that it is obviously unforgivable. He's a horrible human being, and what's crazy to me is, and what for many people was so crazy back then, you just wouldn't have expected it whatsoever. I feel like it was a really good reminder that we do not know these adults at the end of the day. Because I feel like most people would look at TAEIL, or were looking at TAEIL before that, and were like, oh, he's such a sweetheart, he's such a nice guy. You know, he wouldn't ever hurt a fly. And then you hear what he did, and you're like, you're just shocked, you're speechless. I still remember reading that news, and I was just like, wow, I would have never expected that whatsoever. You know, and it was a really good reminder for myself that a lot of these idols, especially the men, unfortunately, just really aren't who they showcase themselves to be. And yeah, that obviously was a huge scandal on its own. And then we also had Mark leaving 1 to 7, obviously on very different terms. And at that point when he left, it felt both weird but also kind of not surprising in some way, because Mark had obviously been hustling this past decade with 1 to 7, with Dream, Super M, basically been working nonstop 24/7. When the news broke that he would leave NCT, I feel like it was a shockwave through the K-pop industry and like fandoms, because so many people loved Mark, and he was like one of the faces of NCT alongside TAEYONG, and him leaving NCT and SM on top of that, it wasn't just like him, it wasn't just like a 10 leaving SM but still like remaining with AV. He really left SM and NCT, both subunits, not just 1 to 7 but also Dream, and I feel like that was so shocking to many people. And I was one of the people that thought, okay, he probably does it because he just needs a break, because he wants to rest, because he just doesn't want to do the idol life anymore, at least in this way. And unfortunately, since then, there's already now been some controversies surrounding Mark, and just some weird things going on that are both sad and a little bit disappointing. It's obviously not on that same level of horrendous this that TAEIL had done, but it's still things that, yeah, were both questionable and just a bit disappointing. And it really definitely has changed my view on Mark a little bit, and I'm really not sure how his future's going to look like at this point. If you get a little bit deeper into what's been going on with him recently, there's a lot of weird things going on, and I just hope he can get better. I just hope he can kind of get the curve back, because he was always one of my favorites. I really loved his first album. He was always just a cool guy. So to like kind of see him make this weird change and like work and meet up with these very weird, questionable people, it's a bit unfortunate to see. And I really hope that yeah, things can get better there. And yeah, 2 members left, 2 members currently not here anymore, hence we only have 5 members here with this lineup, but I'm still very confident and excited for this album. Nonetheless, like I mentioned, 7 more songs for us to react to, both Blingy and Pinata, absolute bangers. So let's see what we got in store here. 1 to 7 albums always have a lot to offer, a lot of variety, a lot of different genres being explored, so I'm very excited to see what else we got in store. Let's kick things off with Legacy. Thanks to Shadow by Yoongi for the lyric videos. And again, Yuta Johnny will probably get a bit more focus now. Very in line with Blingy and Pinata. Another very classic NCT track. Like just the way the chorus is mixed, that's so NCT, man. Ooh. Nice. That was a sick section. Nice. That little beat switch off to bring it back in. Neon sun in the blackout. That's what I meant. Yuta getting way more vocal spotlight here. Back on vocals. Yes! That's NCT right there. It's the same thing I said for Blingy and Pinata. You listen to this track and it's so unapologetically NCT. Like, you see NCT 1 to 7 released a new album, and that's the kind of music you want and hear. Boom. What a opening, man. What a 3-song opening. Blingy, Legacy, Pinata, all back to back. That's one hell of a start to the album, man. What a energetic, explosive start to the album. Again, I know 1 to 7, I know how their albums look like. There's only gonna be some ballads and smooth vibey songs coming up now as well. But like, this is a very cohesive start to the release. And I think that's generally the best way to do it. If you have like hype songs on your album, but also some softer ones, start with the hype, start with the energy, and do the softer stuff near the end or the middle of the album. banger track, man. What do you want me to say? So many cool individual sections. The JAEHYUN into YUTA one was super dope. Lyrically, it's super badass, and like so many cool lines. The new names, the culture they created, the neon sign and the blackout. So cool. Okay, every member had their moments. Again, like I already said during the Blingy and Pinata reactions, these boys just got such individual vocals and like so unique and stand out. Like they match each other so well, but like stand out from another so much as well. Like you go from JAEHYUN into HAECHAN, they sound so different yet both so good, and it's just so good, man. 1 to 7 just has always been, in terms of like the voice, has been one of a kind and such a huge highlight reel, and songs like this just prove why. Hell yeah. Dope. What a dope fucking first B-side on the album. Followed up, like mentioned, by Pinata, a short but very energetic epic track as well. And we're now moving over to the next song. We just step up. We're keeping up the energy.
See me stepping by the blow like step up and get blasted. Step up, I'm bringing the madness.
Concert track. I can imagine this song is so hype with the crowd.
You know about it, see me stepping by the blow like. You say you wanna do it like me. Ice cold killer about to go deep freeze. 날카로운 눈빛을 세운 뒤 우린 마지막처럼 darling.
마지막처럼. One of my very favorite words here in so many tracks. Oh, interesting. Make the same pre-chorus longer. That's cool. Never. See me stepping by the blow like step up and get blasted. Step up, I'm bringing the madness. Step up, you know what just happened. What a sick chorus. Straightforward, powerful, catchy. HAECHAN in the track and YUTA. Bring the noise. Same B-side. Banger, dude! What is this album opening? Damn. Dude, what is this opening to this album? I mean, I feel like we could have maybe extended this one a little bit, but honestly, it's probably okay, because like mentioned, this is such a energetic hype opening to the album, like first half of the album, where I think if you make the songs a little bit too long, it might end up being a bit exhausting. That is actually a good point, and also why I said like Pinata being a bit about 2:30, that's honestly totally okay, because some songs are just so wild and loud and energetic, where if they drag on for a bit too long or take too much time, by the end of it you're just going to be so exhausted to the point where you don't even have the energy to listen to it again. I feel like a really good example for that would be Wonderland by ATEEZ. That is one of those songs that like goes so hard, it's so epic, such an anthem. I can't listen to it that many times in a row because it just it catches you so much, and by the end of it you're just like, you know, freaking workout in its own. But man, what a banger first half of this album. Every track so far, from the title track to Pinata to now to these two B-sides, powerful, energetic, But like still these nice vocal sections, like the pre-chorus, the first one with HAECHAN, then this surprise that the second pre-chorus goes on a bit longer, the bridge, and then like mentioned the very straightforward chorus with the step up, step up, step up, madness, super catchy, goes into your ear right away, and like mentioned feels like a song that would go so hard at a concert. Damn, what an opening, man. What a good first half. Okay, the question now is though, at what point is it going to be the switch up? How's the switch up going to look like? Is it now just going to be a super drastic boom, different track, or what are we going to be doing? Or like different genre? I know right is next. What are we doing with this?
I know right. I know right. 내 뒤로 넘기려 타고난 leader 날 부러질러 네가 옆에 볼 때도 시작을 하는 뻔할 뻔한 I'm play 시간은 없더라도 여유 넘쳐 man.
Interesting. That's something about I, by the way.
You know we don't play, let me tell you what. Yeah, talk big talk, I can back it up. 지금 난 내 감각을 믿어. 잘 봐, 이 느낌을 넌 대본. 시선들이 내게 묶여가는 모두 stuck it right now.
What a rise already.
Did you just see that? Oh my god, 완전 panic. I know right.
Interesting.
잘못대로 파리까지. I know right.
Like verse, pre-chorus, chorus. It was like volume and hype.
누가 말해 I don't give a. I know right. So about the good 움직여. I know right. Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know right. Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know right.
Whoa. What is this Israel?
Do what I wanna do 하나둘 모여 bro. 애써 걸음을 좁혀도 절대 같지 않은 flow. They call it new standard. 가입했네 fan club. Mic check 그다음 trophy가 우릴 보는 뭐가 그리 바보. Stop stop 그쪽 급함을 숨겨. You know we just do.
I do think this is a good transitional track.
And it's obvious. You know we don't play like
Because we like drawn the volume a bit, but keep it energetic.
Yo, did you just see that?
Interesting, man. What an interesting pre-chorus.
I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right? 누가 뭐래, I don't give a. I know, right? 손바닥을 움직여. I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right? I just gotta go. 내 방식대로. I'ma get the classic, you know I don't chase. And for the moon, I make it true. When I step into the room, get 'em all like, oh my god, 완전 panic. I know, right? 제멋대로 판을 깨지. I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know.
The choice
Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right?
to make the pre-chorus and bridge Getaway so interesting.
I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, right?
Interesting. Immediate. Should let the beat play out there a bit at the end. I'm not a big fan of these cut-off endings to tracks where it's literally last line, instantly back down to zero. Let the beat just play for a couple more seconds. Immediately just makes the ending touch a bit nicer on the ears. What an interesting track though. Big switch up to the previous tracks, while still remaining a kind of like upbeat energy. Like it doesn't go as hard or heavy as the previous tracks, but it does still, like mentioned, have that sense of volume going on for it, with like which just goes a bit more medium, right? Like the other tracks are like here in terms of the volume. This one goes now a bit like this, and I think this is now the transition point where we'll go into some more smoother R&B like tracks. But what I find so interesting about this track, and which is also the reason why it ends up at like below 3 minutes, is that for the pre-chorus and the bridge, we do like, I'm not sure how to explain it in English. I don't think I have the vocabulary for that, because you don't often have to talk about it like that, which makes this, like mentioned, so cool. You usually go like in a 4/4 production, right? Where you like A, B, you know. And here we do A, B, C, and then we go immediately into the chorus. Like usually you do melody 1 in A, melody B, then you go back to melody A, and then you do melody B again to like wrap it up, you know. Like you often like have these 4 sections. Again, there's probably like a very specific musical term for it to describe it, but like that's usually how production goes in K-pop music in general, you know, like A, B, A, B. also the thing with like rhyming in general, right? And here we do A, B, and then you expect A to come again, and A actually does happen a little bit, but then we like immediately like rush towards the end, so then we go into the chorus again. Let me show it. Hey. B. Wait, no. I did it wrong.
It's incredible. You know we don't play, let me tell you what. Yeah, talk big talk, I can back it up.
That's A. This is B. That's where you think we do this, and then and then we go into that part. You know what I mean? Like we're playing with the expectations here a little bit. Actually, in this case, it's less A B, but rather A B C D. You know, where we do like just 4 sections, but like they're just different for one another. But other times you do A B as example, or sometimes even A B B A. Again, that's a little bit more advanced stuff than most people that don't even like look into like production of songs would even think about. But it's something that I like immediately noticed here in this track, which is again super fun because it, like mentioned, plays with your expectations. You're expecting this YUTA part to also like be a 2-parter, because like JAEHYUN gets two different lines, 2 different blocks, 2 different sections, and rather than also doing 2 sections for the presumed second of the pre-chorus, we only do 1 and kind of rush towards the chorus, because like the way it's built up here, you're expecting it to like keep going for a bit longer, but then just immediately cuts off into the next section. That's the point where you expect it to like keep going, but we then immediately already with the beat go higher to like signalize, okay, this is the end of this section, this pre-chorus, boom to the chorus. Very fun. And unique and interesting. Generally, I think that's something you can say about the entire song. It's way less straightforward than the other tracks. It's a bit more experimental with the beat, with the production, with the way you construct it. And I appreciate that. Do I prefer all of the other songs so far? Yeah, I do. But this is still a really fun and interesting track. That, as you can see, actually gives you a bit of like stuff to talk about, which I think is really fun. Okay, let's see though. What's now the switch going to be? Where are we going here? Oh. Oh. That's now the more like breezy pop. But I don't think I've heard him do it in this way. Like this more lean back, car drive vibe. Oh, I love that range for him. Woo. What a lot of pre-chorus, nice. Wow.
여유만 가득 실은 채로 한 템포 느린 태도 그게 우리 dress code We don't need a way home 네 직함만을 쫓아가 헤맨다 해도 그게 새로운 main course 하루 비워도 that's all it takes
Nice. Nice double layered here. And now imagine we let the beat play out. Ah, god damn it, imagine. What a vibe of a beat. Imagine we just let it play a little bit longer here. Oh, just imagine. It would have been the cherry on top of this nonetheless absolutely delicious cake. Oh, just imagine. Just imagine. Just imagine it's going for another 15 seconds, man, to wrap up the song. Oh, that really would have been the absolute. Oh, that would have been really like mentioned the cherry on top. That would have been the absolute perfect polish. That's really my only complaint about this album so far. The majority of the songs just like cut off like that at the end. But whoa, what a song, dude! Holy shit! Getaway is instantly one of my favorite 1 to 7 B-sides. What an absolute fucking vibe of a track. This beat, this flow, this like a lean back car ride atmosphere and delivery and just flavor, absolutely incredible. Because again, this is what I mean when I say I love their voices and their vocals so much, and just the colors, because they have the tones to like go with these very epic anthem badass kind of tracks and delivery, but they also have the delivery and tone for like a bit more casual, a bit more lean back, not even ballady, but in this case you're just like more natural talking kind of voice, you know, while still letting in a bit of flavor in the delivery. So nice. Everybody in this track just sounds so fucking good, and the beat and this melody, these long pre-choruses and everything. By the way, I really wanted at this point to like check, okay, how long is the song actually going to be, because I really was intrigued to see what we would be doing here. We're doing like a very long 2-parter where we start with the chorus and then we do the just chorus twice and like we end with the second chorus. So we make like longer halves, because of which we then don't like say, okay, we make a bridge and like an outro or like a third chorus, which in this case works. You know, it's a also not so uncommon way to make K-pop songs. You often have like the free chorus structure, which you especially do for like the down tracks, but sometimes you just go with like 2 longer sections where you only do the chorus twice. But because as a compromise, we do like way longer verses and like let the verses have more room to breathe and make the pre-choruses longer, just the chorus long in general, to still like get around this 3-minute mark. And this song just does it so beautifully. Again, the only thing I would change, my only complaint, just give us a bit of a instrumental outro there at the end. I mean, we have an outro here, which is still super nice, but I still would have loved to like not end the song immediately on the final lyric, but again, just give the instrument a bit more time to like fade out, and then boom. Just these additional 10 seconds at the end, trust me, they make such a huge difference in like the overall satisfaction level that the song provides, which nonetheless is super high. Again, like I said, immediately one of my all-time favorite 1 to 7 B-sides. This song is a fucking vibe. Lyrically, sonically, delivery, production, so nice. And this like harmonizing chorus together, beautiful, delicious. Okay, what a song. What a song. I immediately want to listen to it again, man. This is so good. I'm gonna have this on loop for the rest of the day. Holy moly, this is so good. Favorite song on the album, 100%. And again, this is also a kind of vibe and sound that One It has done in the past, but I feel like they perfectionized it with this one. You know what I mean? Because it's still kind of upbeat, It has a bit of like that minimal disco flavor in there, just a little bit of electronic. And it just makes me want to move myself, it just makes me want to dance. Like this carefree, have a good day kind of vibes. Amazing. Here again, just let the beat play it a little bit longer, a little bit. But that's nitpicking. Incredible song, man. And here we are now. It goes softer and softer. The cohesiveness, or like the way the album progresses is so nice. You hear so many different flavors of YUTA in this album, I love it. I think 1 to 7 chorus. We really start the album with anthems, with these epic bangers. And we're now here with this like very smooth vibe backtracks. Beat is super fun, very playful. Interesting pre-chorus though. So it's way more upbeat, a bit more energy. Super sing-alongable immediately.
Every time we fight, 완벽하진 않지만 뒤돌아보면 그리울 my days. 지나온 잠은 상처도 모두 best of me. I know, I know, I know, I know. We're going day after day.
Ooh, oh. What a bridge, man. Wow. I'm a broken record here, man. It's the same thing again. Cool that we're actually adding a bit of an outro line there, rather than end it on the final line of the chorus. But again, the beat is so fun, the beat goes so into your veins. Why cut it off at the last line? Why are we not doing these? I mean, again, I can't expect every single song to do the exact same things, of course. But I mean, I guess in this album, that's kind of what they're doing. Like every single song on this album, just immediate cut away as the final line. This beat is so fun and engaging, and something that you just vibe with so quickly and immediately. Just let the beat play out on its own. Why we need to end it on the final lyric? You know what I mean? Like, you're so into it, you saw me go on with it, and then it makes everything so much better, okay? it's really one of the things I will forever like advocate for and forever point out, no matter what song I react to. Land these songs, give these songs more room to breathe at the end. You do not need to end every single song, or like you do not need to end a song once the singing is over. Okay, you really don't need to. Just give the beat more time at the end. It just makes everything feel so much more satisfying, and it just doesn't throw you out so quickly. You know what I mean? It just doesn't immediately, like the moment a song just immediately ends, like then you're going immediately to the next song. It's fine, but like if you let the song give it a few more moments, it just makes everything so much more satisfying. Especially on a full album listen, when you listen to the album from start to finish, which at this point, by the way, this is immediately one of the best albums of the year, boy group wise and like in general, 100%. Like up until this point, the only boy group album that made it into like my top 10 of the year so far was Extended Heroes' Dead End. The question is, does this even make it to my top 10? Because we've had some fucking incredible albums. I mean, if I had to split up mini albums and full albums, because I think it's so difficult to compare them, then they definitely make it into like the full album top 10. But like overall, if I had to include the mini albums too, insane competition, man. Like K-pop this year has been on a roll, man. Anybody that says that K-pop hasn't been doing well or that the releases this year have been bad, stupid. They have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. Hey, even though Wushanium was a bit more, you know, give the beat more room to play. Incredible song. Wow. Let's move over to... Oh, but it really does appear we do not have like a very classic ballad this time. What? Whoa! DOYOUNG, JUNGWOO! Wait, is this song older? Or did he just record it in the past? No. I was like, hey. I mean, for this song with this style, it makes sense. It's a Phantom song, huh? I love that. TAEYONG's voice. His album's also incredible, man. Genuinely, the solo work from the Entity Boy is so good. You listen to these songs, you're like, there's something missing, man. DOYOUNG just really... His voice is also like one I identify with one of them so much. What a nice surprise. I really didn't see that coming. This reminds me so much of like old EXO songs, old EXO B-sides from 2012. Like from the 13 album XOXO. I love when Jane goes into this range. What a song! What an album! Damn. I feel like if you've been really here since day one, this is such an emotional roller coaster, right? And I feel like it's super fitting that this is like the first OT7 song in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, this is the new official lineup, the new full lineup. Like, once JUNGWOO and DOYOUNG return, this is how we gonna, like, this is 1 to 7 going forward, you know? Like, Win was obviously gone for a long time already. This is not the first comeback without Mark and TAEIL, you know? So, like, for this to be the first song with, like, this new, hopefully finalized lineup, I really hope we're not gonna be having to go for any more changes. That's special. What a special song, lyrically, sonically. Like, if you listen to this whole album, then DOYOUNG emerges and you're like, yeah, this voice was just kind of missing, man. His voice is just, it just carries so much emotion, so much character and personality, which, like mentioned, I feel like really just resembles and identifies so much with 1 to 7 as a whole, you know? Like, again, all the songs really known as albums so far have been incredible. They've been so good, so enjoyable. But you listen to the song and you were like, yeah, DOYOUNG's voice was really missing. And JUNGWOO obviously also just adds so much. He just has smoothness in his tone, and just like another amazing vocal color that just adds so much to the overall picture of 1 to 7 music. Again, it's so sad whenever I hear people talk about 1 to 7, and they're always just like thinking of like songs like Sticker and just kind of like reduce them to that as like, oh yeah, 1 to 7 is this weird experimental group that only makes like this weird music, like who even listens to that? I'm just thinking, dude, 1 to 7 got some of the best and most incredible produced songs and voices and just everything in K-pop. It's just so, the disrespect this group has been experiencing over these is honestly insane. At 1 to 7, since the day I heard them for the first time, I was like, wow, these guys really have it. And the more you listen to them and the more you listen to their songs and albums, the more you know, like, wow, they're one of the best groups of all fucking time. And their discography is one of the best discographies of all fucking time in K-pop. Incredible, man. And we have another song to listen to. I mean, it's a short one, so I'm not really sure what's gonna be, but wow, what an incredible song. Fantastic. No notes, only positives. Wow. Okay. Really no blood. That's really surprising.
내가 바라는 대로만 모든 게 흘러갈 리는 없으니까 거대한 기대는 버리고 작은 희망을 가질 뿐이야.
Oh, it really isn't going to be a regular song. It's more like a outro.
정신 붙잡고 순간에 집중해. 어쩔 수 없잖아. 기억 때문에 방향을 잃은 적도 있고 기억을 밟고 더 높이 올라서기도 해. 누군가는 기억 속에 날 그리워한다던데 내가 변했나? 그게 나쁜 거야?
Every day I ask myself what really changed. All this life I poured into it, how'd that pay? Did I try too hard to become something I'm not? Did I risk it all just to end up in doubt? Just be here with me, from scene to scene, city to city. I'm in it for that next memory.
다음 기억에 대한 약속이 오늘을 버티게 하잖아. 안 그래?
Yes, 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 wanna go round. 물결을 일으켜 닿는 순간 잔잔했던 수면에 dive in. 번지는 기억은 keep shining.
Yes, 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 wanna go round. 빛을 따라 새겨지는 우리 기억. 질문이 늘어가도 I don't fight back. 해답은 너와 나, that's priceless.
우릴 감싸주는 봄, 녹아내린 진한 걸. There are things that stay the same, like a book you read again.
10년이란 시간 속 지나온 많은 계절.
There are things that stay the same,
Like a book you read again.
Wow. You see what I mean, by the way? How sick it is, like, have the instrumental play out like that? Whoa. What an interesting ending to the album, because this is obviously not a regular song. It really is not. It's like more spoken outro in like half a minute, or like 1 minute spoken outro, 1 minute of an actual track. Which obviously, for me personally, I'm always a bit torn on these, because I like really see their value and their like the point of them. I see the value in what these kind of tracks or like portions on the album are supposed to be. This one's really supposed to be about like the message behind it, the lyrics within, and just like a bit of a statement at the end, you know. On the other hand, as like a regular track to listen to when you like have the full album on play, it's a bit weird and a bit, I wouldn't say off-putting, but it just kind of throws a bit out of the flow, if you know what I mean. Like it's just not your regular track. The spoken parts at the beginning, they just feel a bit weird when you like listen to like all of the other tracks, and it may just kind of throw you out a little bit. Obviously, the song ends on a proper song, or like the song ends as a proper song, so it might not be too bad. But this might be a song where I'm not too sure yet if I will actually keep it in when I listen to the album, or if I'll just hide it at some point, so that when I listen to the album, it just doesn't play and we immediately finish from the 1 to 7 million miles into the title track again, right? Which again doesn't mean I dislike what this is or just don't enjoy it. And again, I really love the message and value behind it. But like, if you listen to an album from start to finish as an album experience, it might just feel a bit out of place after a while. Because it's also just not a regular song that I would now seek out to listen to. Every song on this album, honestly, man, has been something that I would like imagine I'd be able to listen to on its own, or be like, oh, I really want to listen to this particular track right now. That's just really not the case here, which is unfortunate, because I think if we had actually done the proper song section in full as a full regular track, it would have also been an incredible end to the album. You know what I mean? So I feel like it maybe would have been cooler to do the spoken portion as a like additional 1 minute interlude, and then here, once the proper song starts, that's like its own track in longer on its own, you know, so that you can then say, okay, I can just skip the interlude and hide that, even though I appreciate the message behind it, and then you have like only the genuine song in fuller and more stretched out as like the actual album ending. That's what I would have done, honestly. I really, like mentioned, appreciate what we were doing here with these lyrics and with the spoken parts, and what they're supposed to symbolize and represent, especially now given it's the 10th anniversary. But again, as a music listener who wants to listen to music, these kind of portions would just feel weird at some point, you know. But that's just my 2 cents. I don't dislike what we did here, but I do think that, I mean, it's about time. It's the only song on the album I will imagine myself probably not listen to at some point anymore, because it's just not like a full regular song, you know. Either way, this entire album is incredible from start to finish. Okay, Blingy by 1 to 7, without a single doubt, one of the best albums of the year. 100%. Okay, from start to finish, the album stays true to the group. It stays true to what NCT 1 to 7 is all about. Again, the only thing I was kind of missing here was like kind of expected, and what didn't come around was a classic ballad, and 1 to 7 has a lot of those. But I'm also not mad about it, because everything we got here from start to finish delivers. Insane title track, Legacy, Pinata, Step Up, like this opening quarter, these 4 songs at the beginning, energy, action, power. It's that heavy 1 to 7 that we know with previous tracks like Kick It, like Two Baddies, like a Bring the Noise, or a Mad Dog. Super sick, super heavy, like perfect for a workout playlist as example, goes super hard. And then the second half, I know, right, a bit more experimental, very fun. Honestly, like a bit a standard song in the sense of it doesn't really fit into either of the other halves. It's not as chill or vibey or somewhat emotional as Getaway, Day After Day, and 1 to 7 Miles, nor doesn't go as hard as the first 4 songs. So it kind of sits there in the middle of the album as a bit of its own thing, where it's good that it's in the middle of the album rather than in between any of these other songs. So like, in terms of the track list, this album is also well done. There's been many albums in the past from other groups where you have like songs or like a track list where it feels a bit weird, where you go from this to that and then back to this, where it just feels a bit off. I feel like this is going to be a very satisfying album experience from start to finish if you listen to it without interruptions like we did. And I mentioned that second half with Getaway, immediately a all-timer 1 to 7 B-side. Day After Day is incredible. 1 to 7 million miles with the surprise DOYOUNG and JUNGWOO edition was absolutely incredible. And I mean, it's about time. Even though it's probably something I'll skip down the road, I love the message behind it, and I think it's a very, very beautiful wrap-up to the album. Obviously, it's only 9 songs. Obviously, would have also taken like 2 more songs here to like make it 11 tracks or like 12 tracks maybe even. I mean, when I look at Favorite, which was a you know, I mean even Walk had 11 tracks, technically 10 because we didn't join there, but like, you know what I mean. I think that's maybe my only complaint here for this album, that I really would have appreciated it to have like 1-2 more songs on it to just have a bit more length, because this way it's not even 30 minutes. But like, not every full album needs to be 30 minutes to be like a good full album, you know what I mean. But like, other than like mention the final track, I mean, it's about me. There's no skips on this album. Every song delivers. Every song is high quality, well produced, stands out on its own, is worth to listen to on its own. Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible album from start to finish. And as I said it with many other groups already, I always love to see groups that have been standing for so long, have been around for so long, manage to drop a new release with the waves of new groups, newer groups, and still like stand out and release quality. Because to me, like mentioned this, without a single doubt, one of the best albums of the year. Whether or not it's actually gonna make it into my top 10 at the end of the year, will be seen, because there's just so much other incredible music, man. It's you know, but it's still without a single doubt. If I had to rate it right away, minimum a 9 out of 10, probably going more towards a 9.25. Is it one of my favorite boy group and 1 to 7 albums of all time? Again, it's gonna be seen on re-listens. If so, it would even go up to a 9.5. It's not a Hall of Fame album for me, or an album where I was like, yeah, this is close to a Hall of Fame, so I feel like 9.5 would be the highest rating I would give it. But like, it's definitely sitting somewhere between 9 and 9.5. Incredible album from start to finish, one of the best of the year. 1 to 7 still got it. Super excited for the future, for the OD7 releases and the future, for what the boys have in store on their own. I loved every single second of this. I had so much fun with this reaction and review, and hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, reaction, and review of NCT 1 to 7's 7th full album, Blingy. If you did, leave a like down below to show me that you did. Your thoughts on this album and every single song, which one is your favorite, tell me all about it down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then gladly leave a sub as well, or become a channel member to support me even further. It will help me a lot. Yeah, super excited for what we got in store up next. Again, I think JAEHYUN might actually have a solo album coming up, which I really want to react to this time around, because Jay is a Hall of Fame album for me. I absolutely love that release. HAECHAN, same thing here. Super excited to see what the boys gonna store up next. We have a lot of other amazing comics coming out from other groups as well. So whatever you may want to tune into, I really hope to see you there for it. Till then, it's Niclas, and just some K-pop, and I can't wait to see you back soon on my channel.